Tim, what a night for the club. How do you sum that up?
Oh, a great win. Good night at Leichhardt, which has sort of been, we've been letting things down recently with our performances here. Great crowd, great response from Brooksy and the team. So, you don't expect those games. You don't expect to win like a score like that, and you certainly hope you don't cop one of those, which we have in the past. But it's I'll take the win. We've got to buy and get their heads back down and get stuck into the next game.
What does the scoreline do for morale, given back-to-back, then compete with South last week and
but we didn't score a point against South, did we? So we've got a bit of work to do still, but I'm not going to, right now it's about enjoying the win, right? And I'm not going to get old-fashioned and say, we're going to do this and do that and don't get your heads out of things. They enjoy their night, enjoy it with Brooksy. Stafford was his 50th game as well. It's sort of been lost a bit. And he had a great game out there in the right centre. So the skipper led them by example. Everyone did their job. We defended really well. I will be at the referee's bunker and next week, big time.
About?
Well, if Luch wasn't offside, and then they come back, Steps run half the field, and they come back, the ball switched back, and they picked up a player that was metre there in front of the line. Had nothing to do with it, right? So ridiculous, and a couple of others too that I'm not happy with. Often Gowie scored. I don't care what she says in the bunker. Often Gowie put both forearms, had the ball there on the ground. Right? That's a try. So, I'm not happy. So I'm going to go and say a few things. I don't care about the scoreline. I'm not happy. 10 metres ridiculous. To say we come back 50 metres from a potential, a line break, comes back and penalises us. And they're offside me to you almost, and some of them on the short side. So inconsistent. But anyway, I'll have my say next week.
Sheens, you just said it was all about Brooksy. It was all the loving tonight.
Yeah, it is.
That went sort of 0 to 100 quickly.
No, you asked me and about a few things, and I grabbed my chance to say something about the official. But in saying that, the boys, just absorbed it and played on. There could have been a couple of, it could have upset us a bit, particularly that second half when Steph got away. I think that was critical that we defended well, and when they did score, we came back and played some footy to score against them and keep the lead and keep the pressure on them. So winning the second half well and winning the first half well, obviously, was what I was really pleased with.
Sheens, there was a nice moment of chanting Brooksy's name there.
Well, people out here can do that. People on Twitter who give him grief, as far as I'm concerned, can take their Twitter and shove it.
What do you think it was about Brooksy's night? Like, it just felt like from the first minute or two, like he was playing on the front foot, he had a spring step. Like, was it the 200th game celebration? Was it other things? There's
a whole heap of that emotion, his family and so on, but he's been playing well for the last month. He wasn't scoring 7 tries a game. Not too many can do that, right? But people here seem to think that's what it's got to be, 7 tries a game or he can't play. I know he's earning a lot of money. That's not his fault, a back-ended contract in his last year. But, I've stood in front for the kid since I signed him as a 16-year-old, never coached him till this year, between the work that Benji and the staff have put into him. And he's playing footy. He's playing footy with a smile on his face. He's enjoying it, and that's the difference. Being happy in a place, right? That's the difference.
Do you think even yesterday you backed him pretty strongly and said you guys are definitely offering him a contract and whatnot? Like, do you think even that sort of plays a part in it too? Like you say, backing him and also the security that's sort of around him at the moment.
I don't know. You'll have to ask him that. I've always said this buy was going to be when we started talking to the players that were off contract, and we will be. It gives us the time to catch our breath and talk to them. It's also judge the performances thus far and what our plans are for the future. So, it's his night. He had an extremely good game, but his kicking game and his distribution of the ball and his direction and that is part that people don't see. It's just the half break and the break and that sort of thing. He did a lot of good things. Given now that he's the senior half, it had him down. And between he and App, they've come up with a good little combination, and he's grabbing more ball, he's kicking more ball than he was when Adam was in the side. And I'm not blaming Adam, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying he stood up since Adam's gone down, so that's helped.
What next year? Could he have done much more to make his case for that number 9 jersey for New South Wales?
Oh, I'll pick him tomorrow. True, I'll pick him tomorrow.
Well, Api, do you sort of, I don't imagine on your mind coming into the game, but do you sort of feel like like I say, you couldn't have done much more?
Yeah, well, look, it was a great game. I think everyone really did their job tonight. Just made my job really easy. I think we just defended really well as a team and attacked well as a team. Origin's obviously around the corner, but I've done what I can do, and I'm happy just to wait for whatever happened.
What was it though, mate? Everyone seemed to run really hard. Tim mentioned stuff at Toa had a great game, but everyone was just diamond hard running. I don't know what was in you this evening that might not have been other matches.
I think we're sort of figuring out how we want to play as a team, and we're finally understanding what really works for us, and just understanding that our strength is our middles, and we really just ran hard tonight. Everyone was up, obviously some milestone games, and the energy was just through the roof. Hopefully we can produce that every week, but I think we've just been gradually building, and we're at a point now where it's really good. So hopefully we can just continue to build on that.
As a captain, how great was it to see young blokes like Staff and Junior Jareen step up tonight?
It's incredible. Every really successful team I've been around, it's always the young guys that really have to lift. You can only buy so many players, but as soon as these young guys start kicking, the whole team just really picks up. And you've seen that tonight, just everyone across the park and all these young guys really pouring out some mad plays.
There's an old saying, the forwards win the game and the backs determined by how much. And the kicking game through the halves, our finish with the back, Stafford, Jareem and so on, Big Tommy, they all went really well. And our back row as well, so I consider them as backs. So they put the score on the board, and the forwards did the middles did the hard work.
Johnny Bateman seems to have he's got that sort of unconventional style, and he has a real go.
Yeah.
Do you think that's sort of invested in the other guys? There were offloads, there were quick hands, and everyone was having a bit. Yeah, he went down the blind side at one stage.
Yeah.
No one else would go there, probably except Bateman. But.
No, he's an unusual character, there's no doubt about that. And he is an X factor, not only on the field but off the field. If he pulls you into a group and says something, I think the boys listen. Clemmer's not far behind that, if not in front of that, and so's the skipper. They're invested, they're winners, right? And that has really helped. Again, we're 3 games, okay, so we're not getting carried away with it, but we'll enjoy the minute. Enjoy the minute is special, because if we were sitting here with our pants smacked, we'd have to cop that. So we're going to stand up and put our chest out a bit and enjoy tonight, and particularly for the 200th and so on, and Star as well. So, but halfway through the season, we've got some work to do.
Maybe there was a point in the first month of the season where it felt like you were now dummy half, and a lot of times it sort of felt like the team wasn't with you. They weren't really adjusted to what you do. Do you think now, like in the last couple of weeks, tonight especially, they are now, I guess, on your wavelength in the way you attack and it works? Yeah,
look, I think it's a lot of it has to do with game plan as well. We sort of just understand it's a lot of front foot. Our middles really stepping up and really flat off the back of that. And real credit to Brooksy, actually, he's the one a lot of the time, pushing everyone up in front of him and making sure we're going really fast when he can recognise the ruck. So, I really think he's had a big part in the way we've been playing the last few months as well. So, I couldn't be happier for him.
Talk about combinations. I know it said Origin wasn't in your mind, but if you do go back into that Origin arena, how easy do you think it will be for you to slip back into the combination with Yowie, Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai, etc., etc.? Yeah, obviously you spent a few years with him, so the combination thing would be pretty easy, I'd think. But at the end of the day, that's all right. I'll just celebrate this win tonight and worry about Brooksy's 200.